People identify with a team more often than not because of the look of the jersey. People didn't support a team because they like the look of the bike.
Grew up being a mod, you know, clothing was really, really important. And then early days of cycle clothing, you'd see a jersey you really liked, but you know, it was unavailable, and it was almost a quest to acquire something which you really, really liked.
Welcome to the world of Andy Storey and Mick Tarrant and their little warehouse of jersey heaven. Since 1996, Tarrant has been hunting down and selling some of the most iconic designs in the sport. And with the help of Storey, Prendas Ciclismo soon moved online and into reproductions. With a huge personal collection and a new book to show for it, who better to cast their eyes over some of cycling's best and worst jerseys?
I was working with a guy, Luigi Deliani, and he had a bicycle shop on the shores of Lake Garda. And so I would go to his shop and have a route around. Wow, where did you get this? Wow, where did you get that? You know, and I found some of these wool jerseys, and I, you know, because they were so accurate, I just wondered why they were in such great condition. You know, they should have been moth-eaten. And he explained to me that Rai, the Italian television channel, had made a film called Il Grande Fausto, a movie about Coppi's life, and they contracted Santini to make some replica jerseys. Back in the day, they were 100% wool. It's, you know, to us, it's still amazing. And riding around in something like this, and when it got wet, soggy, with that amount of stuff in the back pockets, you know, it would be trailing on the back wheel. It was a Dutch team, but they were a super team. You know, they hoovered up the best riders and won just about everything. The jersey just, it never changed. It was consistently red, yellow, incredibly long. They used to cut them. That's a size 2, which equates to a small now. But they're like a tube, really. So marginal gains were really, really minimal with jerseys such as this.
You could replace Brooklyn chewing gum with anything you like here. And most cycling fans would recognise the jersey. We had a big box of Santini wool jerseys turn up one day. The Brooklyn was one of the first that we fished out, and it was one of the first that we decided to reproduce. We love the look of it.
The great thing is that back in the day, when they were making them in wool, labour intensive is just, it's off the scale, because each individual panel is stitched together on each individual stripe. The Brooklyn Bridge is embroidered. Phenomenal. It just must have cost so much to produce. So this is one we love.
Well, basically, they were really the team Sky of their time. And basically, you had the two best riders, Greg LeMond and Bernardino, who went on to sort of tear the team in two, really.
Yeah.
The actual jersey itself, I mean, obviously it's based on the Mondrian artwork. When Santini made this jersey, they were actually sublimating polyester, which, as you can imagine, was probably not such a bad idea given the complexity of the jersey. But at the time, Bernardino wasn't quite ready to accept polyester as a jersey fabric. So Santini actually made Bernardino some wool Laviclaire jerseys. If you actually turn them inside out, all the panels are stitched together here. So I'd imagine the production staff probably weren't best pleased to have to make something for Eno, but he was the boss, so. For some reason, they went from the Mondrian pattern to this one. The Toshiba was a regular jersey in the bargain bin, but you know, looking back on it now, I don't know. I don't think it's so bad. But at the time, nobody liked it.
This was very, very popular at the time. This kind of
like a loop back fabric,
loop
isn't
back
it?
fabric. It was supposed to aid wicking.
All it made you do is just sweat incredibly. If you ask people what were their top 5 least favourite jersey designs, most people would have the Le Groupement jersey in the list. It's, I don't know what it is about it. I think there's a part of the problem is the team collapsed, you know, and leaving loads of riders without jobs. But it's pretty awful, really.
When Mappe finished, Santini had a huge inventory. We bought everything. A lot of the stuff we bought had the rider names on the back, and the museos, etc., went almost immediately. But then there were other ones with like Cancellara, inCycle. Nobody wanted those, did they? This was the last year the team was in existence, 2002. They were a Santini team only for that year. It was the first year that ever completely cubed it. I suppose we used to use that element of the cubes to a lesser extent, you know. I don't know. It has its fans. But super team.